I'm looking into THEO Hayez's case of the missing 18-year-old Belgian young man who went missing in Byron Bay. He's been missing for about a week, I think, now, and it's just as I'm tuning in, I'm just feeling this real emotional burden on my chest. It's just this heaviness that won't lift, that I am feeling from THEO and his father and those who love him. He's with me right now. He's in an absolute shock and devastation as to what's happened with his life. He's showing the same clothing as he was last seen in. That's what I see him wearing. He hasn't got his hat. I don't know what they've done with his hat. I say they because he shows me there were other people involved in his disappearance. He keeps showing me the number 4 with his hands, like his fingers. He's holding up his hand where he's showing me 4 significant people in his disappearance. And he has this, he's pacing up and down. He's obviously not at peace or content, or hasn't fully accepted his fate, what's happened. And I'm trying to calm him down and just say to THEO, it's okay, we're going to work through this, okay? He really is struggling to not only accept what's happened to him, and it's just so sad because he had so much in life to look forward to. God. And he's feeling his father's pain and his brothers and just all his loved ones who love him. He's saying to me, can you please help me? Can you please help find who did this to me and help my father and my family receive the answers for justice and closure that they need? He's not actually using the word closure, but that's what he's meaning. Something significant about the hat. I feel that it's almost like he was being bullied and surrounded by these men, and I'm wondering if there's a female, but I'm not sure yet. I'll have to tune in, but I did feel like a female presence there as well at some point, so I don't know what this was, whether it was a small gathering meant to be a small party or what they were doing, getting together, I'm not sure, but it seems really dodgy. And his hat has been taken off him by one of these guys, and they've bullied him, and they've been just being really that aggression, like that masculinity, it's that real aggression coming in and taking his hat from him, stressing him out, picking on him, being absolute assholes to him. They've thrown his hat somewhere. So it's just like that is the first part of the the first part before the whole other stuff occurred here. Okay. So what I mean by that is that this was the first physical altercation, I feel, between them that led to the fights and the punching, and he's been pummeled on the ground. I see him on his back. I see his right leg lifting up towards his chest, so he's kind of trying to put himself into a I don't even know what kind of position you'd call that. It's where you put your knees to your chest, and it's like he's trying to protect himself. It's just horrible. And I feel like they were all drinking, they were all on some kind of drug. At one point, I'm even wondering if he was, he goes, I want my dad. He's screaming. He's angry. He's so fucking angry. He's so furious. He wants to kill these bastards, you know, he wants to kill them. He wants to kill them. He's angry one minute and breaking down the next, and I completely understand. This is his I mean, any psychologist or anyone in the field, police officers, anyone that would deal with somebody who's grieving or some kind of, you know, whatever is going on with them, they understand the process. For a psychic, it's the same kind of thing for a medium who's able to communicate with them and see them, that they, well, especially for a medium who's dealing with their spirit, you're dealing with having to allow them to go through the acceptance process. They're going to be in grief. He's in grief right now. He keeps shaking his head, crying, and I can't see his hat on him. Don't know, they must have lost it, they must have thrown it somewhere or done something with it. He's not wearing his hat now. He's not wearing it. He's against my wall right now, and he's crouched down and is just sobbing, and I'm just going to have a talk with him in a moment, and he can hear me. He can hear me right now, and he knows what's happened to him. He knows that his life is no longer on the 3D. It's a huge acceptance part for him. Like, he has to, he's got to get to a point of accepting this. It's a process, as with every kind of thing like this, where there's been a loss, and grief, and this kind of grief in your life. I mean, this is huge. This is losing your own life. And then he's got also the other emotions coming in of absolute disbelief and shock and sadness at the fact that, and devastation that his parents and, you know, his family, his loved ones, his brother, everyone, his father, are suffering, and they're confused because they don't know where he is or what happened to him, and he wishes he could tell them. Okay, that's why he's come to me, I believe. Not only because he's needing help, like a counsellor, he needs to vent. He needs to get this off his chest. He's so angry. There's this, it's almost like a raw anger, like you can imagine this energy in the pit of your stomach, and it's brewing, and it's like this lava, this fireball of energy, and it's like he just is like this huge growl, and, you know, it's happening within him to the point where it's coming right up to the surface, and it comes out in this huge roar of anger. This is what I'm feeling, seeing and hearing him doing at times. And then he will calm himself down a bit, and then he'll pace up and down. That's what he's doing. I've said to him, he's come to me the last few days with his face showing in my mind. His face kept popping up in my mind. I felt his presence, and I said to him, right, today we're going to do something about this. We need to find the truth and what happened to him. Who did this to him is most important as well, obviously. I need him to also talk through the Vortex ITC app that I'm going to be playing very shortly. Really want him to connect through that with my spirit guides as well, because I just feel that the messages are clearer. And not only that, but it's not just coming from me. You can hear that it's coming from a separate device to me, which is a good thing as well. There was, I feel, 2 vehicles involved, not necessarily that he was into, but I'm wondering if there was at least 2 separate vehicles that everyone was kind of travelling in. I don't believe they were all in the one vehicle, or that one vehicle came in later, at a later time. Um, he really wants to get this happening. He's just got to get himself together. He's just got to get himself together at the moment so that he can speak. Okay, let's get this happening. Okay, this meditation I'm doing with the crystals, you can probably hear the crystal tones in the background, the singing bowl. This is just tuning into the energies here. Goodness me, it's just horrible what's happened to this young man. He didn't deserve this. He didn't do anything wrong but be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Theo, Theo, Theo. I'm so sorry this happened to you. Alright, so let's just finish this meditation, please, with the chakra balancing. I'm feeling them so strong, and I mean, he's been here. He is so strong. His energy's so strong coming in. Thank you for reaching out to me, Theo. My heart goes out to him, it really does.
35 north.
Wow. Woman. Oh.
Alep reporter. Consider stands.
And be bothered with
Offset the fact.
this place. It. What's that? That's the. What? All this, man. Stand. Life. Cool.
17.
Would you like to say, Theo?
Instruments.
17.
And you're straight. Over you. Instruments. Torches. That's beyond. His lips move. There's smoke.
And the people around there.
The city. Palpable air.
3 times 1.
I'm downstairs.
No.
It's dark.
Feeling sick.
I'm right here. Ready. From the reach the totality.
Heather,
A crimson.
34.
The knock.
Okay.
We really need to know who was involved, what their names are, their identity, please,
Thin and bright.
and where Theo's body
World of
is.
the
They're the two main things we need today.
10-4.
fight. Your locals.
They're locals, are they?
That's it. 3, 5. 4. Not good enough.
What did they do with him?
A thread.
This 130.
Yes, THEO.
I want to know where his physical body is, please.
From the visions of the unknown, in time and Smith, The Night Story, 55, a giant metal.
Again, Steve.
The signal sphere to
Did they take him near the lighthouse?
Yeah. 5-6.
A single. Forget it, huh?
Minivan. What's the second? 3493.
Message center.
Fashion
We're gonna chat.
Steve,
142. NED. Sorry.
Hey. Over to you. Up here. Thing shine. All right, you're...
Jay White. Listen. Something else.
What's wrong? Steve, what happened? Come on.
238.
Me. Now.
28. No. White male. No. 50.
Who killed
You're
him?
the coast.
You're 144. 238.
Outer limit and right.
229 north. Possible.
You gotta figure out. Well, what is it?
Thing appalled. Focus. Sinful.
Yeah, we'll do.
The cult, sir.
It's a job. I'm afraid of it.
You're on the mountain.
Jesus. There's 3-2.
Be awake.
Yes.
Us. Start. For me.
Road. 350.
In the hills.
Well, now, come on. You stretch tip. Thing before I... Better check him. Speed. I thought I was...
Let him out.
Free will. Forgive me.
Keep good. 20.
Take you and put you in.
Now what?
Feel very well.
Losing your nerve.
Just not.
Edward. Spread.
I've seen the...
350.
In breathing it. Experiment. If the dark first were on.
That's me with a 5.
Yeah.
You are mine. She does. Black, super.
Yeah, where's his body, please? His physical body.
Program.
Clips.
An hour. Station.
Pestle burnout.
We'll leave one.
Car will stop in here.
Red way.
Close.
Somebody kill him.
Get another 20.
the stars.
So.
Who is involved in
What I have the
Theo's
next...
disappearance, please?
You're Michael.
It is.
Us. The glory with a star.
Being chased. Blue call.
Steve.
is west and
Old white man. The house. Alice.
Are safe.
Is he in someone's house? Or is he outside
is
in
what-
the elements?
Symptoms.
35th. It's a female no. North 11th.
Grows dense.
Are there bushes where he is?
Yellow light.
Is there water?
31 North. Wash.
Eyes.
Blood.
Chief Patricia.
The cult. Go to the cult. They would have.
Clear from further.
What happened to Theo Hayes, please?
I'm gonna check on it.
Hey, what's happened?
Thank you.
Two lanes. Left. 17-year-old. 333.
the north side.
Section.
In the
At 10 minutes fuel.
65.
See?
Sledgehammer. The address changed.
He relocated, was he?
No.
Barry.
Are there clues on his Facebook?
Yeah. Inside. Forward location.
Did you say Forest, the location?
Toothbrush.
Soup spoon.
10.
The mountain. Stairs, yes.
5 minutes. West.
So he's inland.
Huh?
So he's not at the lighthouse then.
Because,
Alright.
45. That's down here.
That's Theo.
To the coast.
And that means or immortal chanting some psycho language.
Oldest man is
On.
The stars. Blind.
Working there by then
stars.
ENA.
Oh, go.
Hello. Eclipse.
Now, I'm going to check.
Into
Go on, sir.
21. Looking for the bit.
Check me.
Thank you.